Yeah, Kay, we're here with one of the greatest safeties of all time, and we've got Nate Burleson dancing, talking about frozen rosé. Welcome to Good Morning Football, John Lynch.
Hey, I saw Nate's rap the other day. I think it
What'd
was
you
sweet,
think?
man. I thought it was awesome.
It was pretty good.
Great work, Nate.
You know, I think we got some Jimmy G lines in there. I think we're going to start with that, John, because fans here at the Combine and everyone watching is saying, wow, the 49ers finally have their franchise quarterback, and now it's done, and it's ready to go, and it's hitting the ground running. How about that process, getting that deal done, and how excited are you to just have it done and you now have your franchise guy?
That was outstanding. You know, I remember being here last year and meeting with every quarterback and then going off on the individual trips to every school to have these individual workouts. And, you know, that's when Kyle and I got together. That was number one on our list. Behind all the culture things is you got to find your guy at quarterback. And so we were on the search. We had some fortuitous things come our way during the season with the trade with Jimmy in New England. And, you know, we waited and bided our time. And I really credit Kyle for that, waiting and not putting them in right away, letting them get some semblance of understanding of our offense. And then he went in and balled out. And it became too much, you know, we had to get him done. And we're really appreciative of Jimmy. I think he allowed us, to do a deal. It's hard to say that at $27.5 million, but it works for everyone.
That's the interesting part about this. People see the price tag of $137 million, or they see $27 million a year after 7 starts. The truth of the matter is, to get this done before the Combine and before free agency, that is so rare in this league, where a quarterback can take it all the way and a team can say, well, you got to prove it. We saw that in Washington with their quarterback. So to get this deal done in late February as opposed to waiting until March and April, how important was that for you?
Well, I really commend Jimmy for that, and his representative, Don Yee, and his group, because that's one of the things Jimmy talked about. He and I sat in my office along with Kyle on our exit interview, and we talked about our will to get this done. But let's go ahead and do it quickly so that we can take this into free agency and we become a destination for people to want to be. And we're starting to see the fruits of that. So that's pretty cool.
Yesterday we had Sean McVay on the show, and he's coming off a Coach of the Year season. He's coming off this team winning the division. And I'm talking to him, and yet everyone in the media and a lot of Niners fans are thinking, the Rams are fine. The Niners are the team we are excited about. How do you capitalize on the momentum after all those wins at the end of the season and the way you guys beat the Rams in Week 17?
Yeah, first and foremost, you know, we beat kind of the B team, but
True.
Hey, we wanted the A team. I'll tell you that. But I've got all the respect in the world for Sean and what they've done down in Los Angeles in short order. They've got great things going on, and they're not stopping. And so that only motivates us to go find a way to get better. And I think the message for our guys is that just because we ended, I've been through this before in Tampa. There were a number of years where we closed the year. That didn't mean it just doesn't mean you're going to have success.
They don't spot you a 3-0 record in September.
So we got to start all over, and we got to start the process all over. Kyle's tremendous at putting out the message. That will be one of them, that, hey, just because we finished so strong, that doesn't mean, it doesn't guarantee us anything. So we got to start all over with hard work, and we will.
And it kind of starts here. I feel like this is the start of the NFL New Year, and you've got all these prospects coming through. You guys have a top 10 pick. How do you start drawing up your board for the draft, and when do you start really diving into these prospects and getting to see them?
Yeah, it's ongoing. It always is going. And, you know, we were doing it throughout the season. We had our draft meetings before we get down here. Now we're in the 60 interviews with the various players. You know, we're in 15 minutes. You try to glean anything you can out of that. You got to be very efficient and effective with your time. But you can learn something, and that's what everyone has. So we got to find a way to do it. And then, you know, this is just another step in the process. We were at Mobile. Now you come here with the juniors that have added themselves and declared for the draft. And it's an ongoing process, and it's just a sprint till the draft now.
It sure is. And then there's also free agency in between all that. And you guys, even with the Garoppolo deal, have a ton of cap space. You guys did a great job in making sure that this could be the offseason. You take the next step. Heading towards free agency, how are you, Kyle, and the rest of that front office and coaching staff looking towards the players that are going to be available from the veteran side?
Yeah, you know, so in Jimmy's press conference, it just kind of came out. It was like kind of Yogi Berra. It was like, you know, we're going to be aggressively prudent. And what that means to me is we're going to be aggressive. We're going to look at everyone out there, and if they can make us better, but we're also going to be wise. We've got 50, you know, about mid-50s in cap room. So that's enough that we can do whatever we wish. But we're going to be smart. We want to have sustained success. We want to build this thing such that it lasts, and we're going to be very prudent in how we do that.
Yeah, and when you have that cap space, and now you suddenly have this quarterback that everyone believes is a franchise guy, and you've got a coach that players want to play for, a GM that's done the job, what's the sales pitch to maybe a pending free agent who's debating between going to the San Francisco 49ers or maybe another franchise who also has some cap space and is pursuing them heavily?
You know, what don't you like about it? I mean, we've got momentum, and yes, we're cognizant that we got to start all over, but we have that quarterback. we have the building blocks, a bunch of young players that are playing really well. It's beautiful out in San Francisco, Silicon Valley, all the opportunities that affords players in their career and post-career. I mean, I can give you the sales pitch.
No, I like it. Keep it coming because I'm ready to sign up. Let's go. I'm ready to run through a wall for you. Last year, you guys were the big movers and shakers on draft night, and you went up and you moved up and you moved back, and you still got the 2 players you wanted in the first round. Draft night itself, looking back on it now, maybe 13, 14 months removed, how exciting was that to go up there and then move back, still get Solomon Thomas, still get Reuben Foster, and then have that experience where, hey, we're in the NFL draft, and now I'm the man making the decisions?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I always thought I'd be this, really, let's just sit back and be conservative. And next thing you know, moves were flying. It all started with that Trubisky deal, and moves were flying all over. It was fun, but I think it all had a purpose, and we had a plan, and we executed that plan. We're really pleased with our draft, and now we just got to move forward and continue the work.
Talked about message for the team coming into 2018. How about a message for the fans? I know Kyle was on our show right after the draft, the day after the draft, and he said, you know what, the 49ers aren't one of these moribund franchises. They're not a team that should ever be drafting in the top 5 ever again. Yeah. The 49ers are one of those Tiffany franchises in the league. As we head towards 2018, a lot of Niners fans out there, a lot of Niners blogs watch our show. What is the message to Niners fans on what they can expect from this unit now led by John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan?
Yeah, first of all, we call our fan base the faithful, and I'd just like to say we appreciate you. That stadium started to rock again, and that's what we want to carry on to next year. We're going to continue to build a great team that's going to make you proud, and our goal when we took this is to compete for championships every year, and we're not there yet. We got to continue to build it, but that's where we're going, and we're sure about that, and we appreciate our support from all our fans.